Morning to all the delegates who have made efforts to attend this very, very important IC on premium IOLs. As we all know, cataract surgery is the bread and butter, but there's a paradigm shift now. What we were trying to sell yesterday is being now demanded by the patients, and soon it will become the order of the day, where patients will say actually that they want EDOF IOLs or trifocals and things like that. So I'll be speaking on patient selection and counseling for the premium IOL implantations. And I'm very grateful to all my co-presenters who have come here early in the morning to be part of this IC, and very grateful to the audience also. So I have no financial interest in any of the lenses and products which are mentioned here. So there's a lot of advancements which is happening in the field of cornea especially. And there's also a lot of the advancement which is happening in intraocular lenses. Every day we are hearing of advancements in trifocals where they are trying to reduce the glare and halos. So the next 10 years we are going to see a lot of advancements, and so much so there's a lot of talk that we are not even sure whether the bag is the actual place where we are going to put the IUL in 10 years time, or we are going to put it back in the sulcus. There are a lot of talks and research going on. So a lot of advancement is going on. If you're actually planning that once my practice settles down and then I'll put premium IOLs, you have to think again. The future is now. And if you're sitting on the sidelines taking ages to decide whether to put premium IOLs because the patient expectation is so high, you are charging a premium. So actually you have to now come forward and deliver. So there's a beginning. You have to begin with the vision that I have to be doing these premium IOLs. It does require skill, instrumentation, and most of all, motivation is the most important part. In select patients, do the keratometry yourself. The goal should be that you have to have zero cylinder. Even if you are putting a monofocal IUL, you have to do your calculation such that you get a zero cylinder. Even if you are doing SICS, even if you are doing a regular cataract surgery, try to make a central round rhexis, because one of the primary requirements, not absolutely this thing, but central round rhexis is very important for the placement of these premium IOLs, because the central location is very important. Proper PC polishing is required, because we want to avoid future doing YAG capsulotomy in these premium IOLs because of issues of centration. And you have to prepare to invest in a good but not so costly biometer, and we actually mean that if you have a proper optical biometer for these premium IOLs, you'll be able to deliver to your patients even much better. So if you're, like I said, if you're waiting that I'll first settle my practice, I'll learn, and then I'll go and buy these premium biometries and high-end microscopes, it may be late by then. So premium intraocular lenses will soon become an integral part of your practice in ophthalmology. In fact, now I do not offer monofocal lenses to my patients. I either offer them EDOF or I offer them trifocal, depending upon the alpha and the comma. And if the patient is eligible, and most of them are now affording, most of them are now covered by the insurance companies. So you have to have, and it does not matter which location you are settled in. Some of the best eye hospitals in India itself are not in the biggest cities, they are in much smaller cities. So it does not matter where your location of the practice is, what is the size of your practice. And one of the top ophthalmologists in Ahmedabad, he hardly does 4 or 5 cataract surgeries per day, but he does only the top 5 premium IOLs per day and only 3 times a week. So it doesn't matter what is the size of your practice, and you do not necessarily have to be a high volume cataract surgeon. So you have to have some basic knowledge of what is a hydrophilic lens, hydrophobic lens, which is better, which gives lesser posterior capsular opacification, what is spherical and aspherical, what is apodized, refractive and diffractive IOLs, which all the company people will come and talk to you about. You have to have a knowledge of when do you need to put toric lenses, and in these trifocal and EDOF lenses, now the toric has also come. So the patient want to be glass independent free, so you have to put these toric IOLs. we are worrying more than the patient does. Actually, even when you are putting a monofocal also, the patient wants that they should be absolutely emetropic, and we are more worried of whether we will be able to deliver to the patient as much as the cost that we are demanding. The surgeon who is willing to spend some time educating the patients before or after the surgery is likely to have success. If you sit with the patients, tell them about a little bit about premium glare and halos, they'll be more receptive. The next time, take a while to reassess your patient for who you would otherwise have suggested a monofocal IUL. There are a lot of Indian companies also which are making good trifocals and EDOF IULs, and it's not necessarily that you have to go for these multinational companies. So pre-operative planning is very important, which will be covered by other speakers. You start by using one and you will slowly become more comfortable. The most important thing is that the entire staff should have the basic knowledge of premium IOLs. You are having a practice, you are in a hurry, you tell the patient you must put a EDOF lens or a trifocal, but the patient, as soon as they go out, they talk to your optometrist, they talk to your receptionist, कि डॉक्टर साहब ने ये बोला है, कैसा रहेगा? So everybody, right from your manager to counselor to everybody, and especially you have to now make a new cubicle in your private setup, which will be for the counseling, because when you are charging such a premium, you have to motivate the patient that this will happen only once in a lifetime and you have to go for the best lens. So for paucity of time, I'll just shift to premium IOLs may not be recommended in patients who have ocular surface disease. You have to be very careful with that. Fuchs dystrophy, monofocal IOL is, if it's there in the other eye, then you have to plan it properly. In pediatric patients, Dr. Love will be talking about that. In small pupil and fixed pupil, it sometimes becomes challenging. If there is a macular disease, you especially want to be very careful. Dr. Pooja Sinha will be talking more about retinal pathologies when you are planning for these premium IOLs. And some patients who have had previous refractive surgery. So astigmatism is very important that you have to take care. So now the only thing is that you have to tell the patients about ghosting, halos, glare, and distance blur. So, and most importantly, after all this, you have to tell the patient that we cannot deliver you absolutely 100%. Sometimes we may fall short, and so it's very important that you give a consent form to them. Thank you so much for your patient hearing.